Thank you.
Oh, it's lovely to have you here.
Gorgeous to be here. I'm just going to turn you up. Hold on.
Fantastic. Well, I'm going to play you your little introduction. Here we go. Can you recognize this? One of my favorite musicals.
Movies were movies when
Mac and Mabel.
Oh.
And I'm playing this because I thought it encompassed and played homage to your theatre roots and your new career as a movie producer and making movies. Because my guest today is a triple threat, a singer, dancer, actress, whose second act is turning out to be as exciting and as successful as her 20-plus year career in musical theatre in London and internationally. Lisa has assisted some of the world's top choreographers and directors, and in 2016, she launched her company, LDR Creative, to produce movies that make a difference. Her first movie, Early Morning, was screened at over 20 festivals and won 5 awards, including Best Film. And her latest full-length documentary, Uprooted, The Journey of Jazz Dance, just had its world premiere at Lincoln Center Dance on Camera Film Festival in New York City, winning Best of Best Picture. Remember her name, ladies and gentlemen, as this little lady will win an Oscar one day. Please welcome my very talented friend, Miss Lisa Donmall-Reeve.
Oh, you're too kind.
Bit of Mac and Mabel.
Did you do that musical?
I did there was a special that they used to do, like all these amazing musicals in London. I just did the one night special. It was so wonderful with Robert Preston. Did you do that one?
No, I didn't.
No, it was just slightly before you kind of came on the scene. I
remember it. I remember it being around. All right, it was around while I was doing something else. It's one of those ones that, you know, in England, if you were doing something else, you couldn't jump from show to show like they can in America. So yeah, you were locked in, kind of thing.
Yeah, it was a beautiful, beautiful show, but it encompassed movies. And I just thought, how great, because you had this amazing musical theatre career, and then you made a choice to change your career. And it's really admirable, because it's hard, you know, when you've been a dancer for so many years to transition into something new. But you're doing it, you've done it. So I just want to applaud you for that, because it's really awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah. So how did you get started in dancing? How old were you when you first started?
Wow. Well, I guess I would say like everyone, but my mum put me in dance like when I was tiny. I'd say like 4. Yeah. I remember being in a village hall, like hanging onto the back of a chair. I actually have that memory. And then we moved from Buckinghamshire to Kent, and we went to a dancing school called the Vera Robinson Dancing School, and it was another church hall, but it was a little bit more structured. And I did ballet, but I could also do modern and tap. Modern, ISTD modern, so that kind of, to explain to the Americans, is more of jazz.
Yes.
Like syllabus for kids, really. So you get the exams and everything, and I was very excited that I could do tap then, what I just thought was amazing. Yeah. I was 7 at that point. So and I'm talking about, I did that 1 a week ballet, and then every other week was, so 1 week was modern and the next week was tap, and that was 45 minutes because I was only 7. Yeah. But I would say that's when I was just then non-stop. So if I heard music, I'd just improvise and dance and make stuff up. And
it's in your blood, isn't it?
I'd just be choreographing, which I guess you don't really realize you're doing. You just be like, oh, look at me. Yeah,
showing off. But actually,
and I don't think I'm an exhibitionist at all. I was quite a shy child, but I just that's kind of, it was the music that kind of got me going. And I think I was really fortunate that we were only half an hour train journey into London, into the West End, and my dad and my mum, obviously, then from about the age of 11, they were like, they took us into London, and I was exposed to musicals, and my first musical was Singing in the Rain at the Palladium, and I would say I can actually pinpoint that as the moment of me going, that's what I want to do.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Was that the Tommy Steele production?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Amazing.
I'm dancing up the street with my mum and just being in my head like, that's it.
Were you fascinated with those musicals as well on the movies? You know, Gene Kelly's movie?
Yeah, totally. My God.
Yeah, as a kid.
VHS, I like wore them, or like I bought them and then wear them out. I knew them all, but it wasn't just them. It was like flash dance as well. So yeah, I'd have all like the Singing in the Rain and everything like that. And then when the new kind of 80s Footloose, flash dance.
Yeah.
So then when they came in, so I had all the old movie musicals, and then I had the new. When it got into the 80s, I was obsessed. Yeah, like, I knew all the words.
I know. We were so lucky, weren't we, growing up, that we had all those incredible musicals in London at our fingertips. Like I remember Song and Dance was one of the first musicals that my parents took me to. And they blindfolded me. It was my birthday. And I just remember being blown away by this musical.
Yeah.
I mean, I think we were right up in the gods. It didn't care. I would have hung on a rafter to have seen.
I saw 42nd Street at Drury Lane for my 13th birthday. And it was when Live Aid was on. So I remember Live Aid was on, and we went, and it was so hot because my birthday's in July. And we were in the stalls. Obviously, years later, I performed at that theatre. And so I know we were kind of where stroke sits, that elbow. Yeah. And so you have, I remember, wow, what a great seat my dad got us. And I remember like the curtain coming up and just
and the feet.
Oh my God!
Yeah, the opening of 42nd Street is one of the best musical openings. Yeah, it really is. Yeah, I did that musical for a year, and it was, oh God, goosebumps. Yeah, I love that opening, and then I love Velma's entrance. Velma's entrance is the best entrance ever.
Oh my
We've
God,
both done Velma.
Like,
yeah.
Oh my God, what else could you ask for in your career if you've done that? But I would also, I don't know whether you felt this, doing Velma's entrance, because I'm clumsy, I'd always be like, don't fall down the stairs, don't fall down the stairs.
Scariest thing. So for those of you that don't know, Velma is the movie Chicago. There's Velma and Roxy. And Velma, if you watch the movie, it's the Catherine Zeta-Jones role in the movie. But in the theater production, she comes up, and we both played on this lift, this elevator, and then you have to walk down steps, and you've got the light shining in your eyes, and you can't look down, and you just pray to God.
Well, you are looking down, luckily, but I still would have this.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Our head is down, isn't it? As you come down. That's right.
But even so, I have fallen downstairs on stage before. Mitch Sebastian can vouch for that. But like head first, like my heel caught, and I just went flying down. I mean, what can you do? You can't do anything. I mean, that's just what happens. And I never fell down the stairs.
Oh my God!
I did have other accidents playing that role, but I didn't fall down the stairs.
You know what? That show is. I've got a war wound on my leg from that show where I did in Sister Act, where you kick the chair, and I whacked my leg on a wooden chair.
Yeah, me too.
I have a dent in my calf.
I had a bruise. I got my ankle bone.
Oh God!
I chipped my bone. Terrible.
Oh my God! It's terrifying, isn't it? That show.
Also, you know when you run and you jump off, when you run at Roxy and you land on Billy.
Yes.
I missed the chair and I fell over the chair.
Oh my God!
That was interesting too.
Live theatre, folks. Live theatre. You just got to do it. The show's got to go on. You got up. Yeah, but isn't the line right after that? I'm okay. I'm okay.
I'm not hurt.
I'm not hurt.
I know.
I love that.
Well, I'm not hurt.
So, I love that. You know, you started at such a young age. What point did you decide that you wanted to go to theatre school instead of like going to university or?
Oh, I think I was 14. And my dad was like, finish school and then absolutely, but finish school. So I had to stay at school. And back then you could leave school at 16. So I went, and I'm the baby of the year. So I did my exams, and then, so I went to college at 16.
Which college were you at Birds?
No, London Studio Centre.
London Studio Centre. Ah, okay. Yeah. That's
so
a beautiful
I went there,
school.
16 to 19.
Yeah.
Which seemed so, I mean, I thought I was so, so grown up. 16, so young. You know, I was commuting to London every day. working all day and then coming home. And then the last year I moved into London because it was just easier.
Yeah, it's very exciting, isn't it, when you go to theatre school? And then you came out of that. And then what was your first, was Crazy for You your first West End musical?
It was, but not for 2 years. So I was doing like loads of kind of working. I did what they call kind of commercial work because I was tall. None of the musicals liked tall people back then. And I didn't get Crazy the first year. I was in the final audition, but I didn't get it.
See, I always think of you as being there from the beginning. Isn't that funny?
Yeah, no, I wasn't there that first year. I remember you in that final audition actually, and I remember my constro and singing in that in the theatre. I can't remember what theatre it was, but I didn't get it that first year. So I kept working kind of commercially, like, you know, trade shows and modelling and all that stuff, and working front of house in theatres, juggling as you do, doing castings and auditions. And then I got it the second year.
What did you do to get your equity card?
I danced in an opera, Aida, in Birmingham.
Wow. Yeah.
It's so great to get your weeks.
Yes, to get your equity
card.
Yeah, your equity card is like the golden Willy Wonka ticket, which I think is the same as getting a green card. It's the Willy Wonka golden ticket.
In England, you don't need to do that anymore. So
no, but at the times when we were working and the V2s, you had to have your equity card. Now, equity doesn't really do anything for us, really.
Not really.
Yeah,
but,
no.
Well, in America, it does more than it does.
Yes, in America,
sure,
not so much in England.
No.
Yeah. And
so that was my first job, dancing in and then I did the Snowman at the Birmingham Rep, and that was my first theatre job, and I felt like I was coming home. So dramatic, but I was such a lovely group of people. It was for Bill Alexander, director Bill Alexander, that used to run the RSC, and for Pat Garrett, the choreographer Pat Garrett, and there was just 10 of us, and it was so lovely. I mean, nice. It was just such a lovely contract. And it was after that I did Crazy for You.
Yeah, amazing. So, yeah.
And I felt like I'd been like pounding the pavements for so long, and it'd been 2 years.
Yeah, well, that's great. Yeah, I mean, it's hard work, isn't it, being a dancer? I don't know about you, but I mentioned it at the very beginning about this new Fatima hashtag picture that's going around right now. I don't know if you've seen it on Facebook. About telling people it's flooding our Facebook. Telling people to retrain for the arts and things, which I just think is this. Do you find, and I've certainly found, that training as a dancer has helped me in so many different parts of my life, not, you know, just everyday life, discipline, hard work ethic.
Well, I think the insensitivity of the ad is outrageous anyway. There's a lot wrong with that picture, full stop. But the timing is horrendous, because they haven't helped any part of the anyone in the entertainment industry, whether they're a dresser or a musician, or, you know, any of the departments are not being supported by the government. You know, people are having to pivot into other careers purely just to earn money, which we're versatile people anyway, we're survivors anyway, because we're not in stable careers. But don't tell us to be in cyber because a pandemic's hit and you're not taking care of us. The arts industry, the entertainment industry, the events industry, you're going to need. So they're not taking care of essential workers, in effect.
Well,
because they're short-sighted. So I just think it's disgusting, and it's just so insensitive. It's gobsmacking, you know.
It really is. It's devastating, heartbreaking. Yes, Miss Glorious, right? We do work very hard. Boris needs to do 8 shows a week, and then he'll know what it's like, huh? See how he feels on a Sunday when he wakes up and can't move.
It's the lack of...
But I feel that all that training has helped you when you wanted to make a transition. It helped you make that